Dear my friend, thank you for giving me the chance for the interview. And I have completed the project, and I think using a video to talk about my project will greatly help you to review my code. As the saying goes, one image is more than 10,000 of words. So for a video, I guess it should was more than 100,000 for words. So slowing a video, I think it's more easy for you to see the design and the structure of the project. Okay, so the first thing is that we need to set up the database. So I have created three tables inside the database. The transaction used to record the transaction history. The user used to record the information about the user, and the wallet used to record the balance of the user. So let me see. You can see I have done some testing before when I building the project. So let me show more about the tables. The first is the transaction table. It contains the first column is ID. The second column is the user ID, and because it just record the transfer history, so it has the sender ID and the transaction type. Maybe it's a transfer, maybe it's deposit, maybe it's withdraw. So if it's transfer, then we have the to use ID, which is the recipient, the ID for the recipient. So that's about the transaction. So let's see the user. Yeah, this is the users, and it contains only two columns. The first is ID, and the second is its name. And let's see another one here, and it should be the wallet. Okay. Yeah, the wallet is contain a user ID and its balance, and its balance is the balance is a value of floating point. So I set to this type. So that's about the setup of database. And in order the project to run normally, we need to insert some record, some data into the database. So all the detail I put in here. Here you can see I put in the README of the GitHub. So you can see here we need to use this tool. Yeah, I guess it's the use this tool to generate two user and use this tool to generate two record for the wallet. So that's initial setup for the database here. And so let's go for the code here. Go for the code. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, let's go for the code. Um, the the structure of the code is like this. The configure is used to connect the DB. So you can see here, I just use the code here to make the connection with my DB. So this is my DB here. So I open the DB here. Then I can get the DB object. And the handles is actually the controller, which means it's used to receive it's the API RESTful API endpoint, and I using Gym as the backend framework. So I go to the handler here. You can see here I just go to here I always receive the request from the API here, and then I go to extract any parameter from the request and do some checkings or do some business logic here. So this is actually the controller for the part of controller. And then if I can get any information out from the request and do the initial checking. So if all are okay, then I go to the service here. The service is actually we can say it should be the model, and which is used to interface or interact with the database. You can see here, actually here I'm going to execute the SQL call to put data or read data from the database. So that's the thing here. And in the model, I just define some data structure. And the data structure is based on the data record or the table of the database. So here is the model actually. So here you can see I'm in the services, I use code to interact with the database. And here is one thing to be noticed is that I use the for update to handle the race condition. So when there is several requests coming at the same time, then the for update will handle the race condition at the database level. So using the for update, the database will help me to load the record at the transition until the complete of the transition. Otherwise, the record cannot be changed by other requests. So that's how I handle the data risk, the problem of data risk condition. And the second one is that I use the decimal to handle floating point problem. And of course, the saving is in floating point, so we need to handle the floating point comparison or floating point computation carefully. So I just use this package here. So it helped me to handle all the troubles about floating point problems. So that's two concerns here. Yes, that's all the core structure here. And finally, it's in the test. I do all the test case inside here. You can see here. I have all the test case for the correct case. For the normal case, you can see test deposit, and you see test, and you can see test withdraw, and here we have test balance, and we have test transfer, and of course we have error case testing. That's you can see. Okay, here is get the transaction history, and other ones you can see is, oh, I have problem here. Okay, so I will handle this, and I have, yeah, that's leave it alone here. I have already run all the test case, and it's okay. So I have all the error case testing here. Test in value use ID and test in value amount, something like that. And finally, I have the test. The most complex test is for the race condition. So here I just set up the record here, and then I just create 10 golang go routine, and each routine will send their request, will do the transfer together. You can see here I have, yeah, I just spawn 10 go routine here, so they can send the transfer request at the same time, which I need to make sure the risk condition will make the concurrency will make cause any error inside my for the business logic. So here and finally I just expect to get the final result here. Yeah, okay, get the final result here. And after all the transfer, I just go to get the value from the database and check the value is, I just use the, yeah, I just send the request again and get the balance and check the balance is correct or not. So you can go to see the code here. Then I have run the course before, you can see here. I have run all the tests and they are already passed. Yeah, I guess they are already passed here. I run all the case here. They are all okay. So the the best way to review the code is maybe have a debugging from the test case here. So let me show you. For example, I go to deposit here, right? So I can set yeah, let me go to debug here. So you can step into the code and you can see how the code go go line by line. So let me see. Let me show you here. Okay, it's come here now. And then let me set the, yeah, let me set the code here. Then I can go line by line. And here I just set the amount. The and here I just go to issue the request. Okay. Okay, now here I just send the request to the handler, to the controller. You can see I go to the handler here, and the handler just extract the any parameters from the request and do the initial checking. If all are okay, you can see here I check the number format, I check the value is positive or no, and finally I go to the model here, which is go to interact with the database. Okay, so let's go. Yeah, we'll go to the service here, and here I will go to handle anything at all. Here I will initialize a transaction, so the transaction will load the record. That's why we can prevent any race condition will cause problem for the logic. So you can see here I use the for update to prevent the race condition, to prevent the concurrent the error was caused by the concurrency. So I go here and I just add the amount to the balance. Yeah, here is what we do here. Then here I just insert the transaction record into the I just insert transaction information into the transaction table. Then okay, so here we commit the yeah, that's about the code here, and you can see. And finally, I check the result here. Yeah, there's something like this. Okay, so I just run. Yeah, you can see it's passed now. Yeah, that's all about the code here. I wish you can have a review my code smoothly. And finally, I spend about at least twice the time at the testing for compare with the code development. So when I writing the code, and I use twice the time in writing or making the test for the time I used to develop the code inside here, inside the for the production code. So the testing time is at least twice of the production time. So that's all about my project here. So I wish you can review my project, and I wish you can give me a response, no matter I can pass or no. And of course, I wish we can have we can have opportunity for further cooperation. And I wish to talk to you. Thank you very much. And finally, by the way, I have an any other other blockchain project by using Golang, and that is I create a course on Udemy, as you can see here. And my course is using Golang to build a Python code. So this is my yeah, this is my course here, and you can have a look. So that's how, and that's some Golang Python project experience I have done before, and I have earned before course, and of course I have been a software consultant for a Web3 team, and I'm responsible for using Python to do some job related to the Python code. So that's why I just career course here. So I wish you can have a look and you can know my Golang programming capability and know my working experience on the blockchain at the area of blockchain. Okay, that's all for my information. I wish I can talk to you in the next phase. Bye bye. Oh, let me. Oh, okay. By the way, I will send you the link here, and you can have a look for my course here. Thank you.